Okay, so we are going to see the next method from the multi-degree of freedom, and that method is Rayleigh's method. See, we have seen this Rayleigh's method in unit 1, where we determine the natural frequency by using the Rayleigh's method by considering maximum potential energy is equal to minimum potential energy. म्हणजे कशासाठी वापरायला? फॉर एनर्जी theorem we have used this Rayleigh's method. Now the Rayleigh's method we are going to use for multi-degree of freedom system. Now in this multi-degree of freedom system, here you can see there are 4 masses I have shown on a beam. When the masses are perpendicular to beam, then the vibrations will be transverse vibration. So for this transverse vibration, if you want to determine the natural frequency, then the Rayleigh's method is used. We cannot use this method to spring mass system. This method is useful only for the beams which are subjected to point loads. And point load कसे पाहिजे? The load should be perpendicular to beam. So for this particular case, you can use this Rayleigh's method. Now this Rayleigh's method, again it is associated with the potential energy and kinetic energy of the system. See, because of this load, the static deflection under each load will be, because of this load, deflection will be y4. For load 3, deflection is y3, y2, y1. So in each load, if you see, under this load there is a deflection. So because of the total load, the deflection will be like this, that is the dotted line, and y2, y4, y1 and y3, these are the deflections which are static deflections. Now the Rayleigh's method depends upon the static deflection under each load. So here again we are going to use the energy theorem, means we are going to calculate potential energy and kinetic energy. So potential energy of the system because of the application of load. म्हणजे काय? बघा, this beam will act as shaft, and because of this load, this will deflect. So the spring is going to deflect, and because of the deflection of that particular spring, means shaft, the energy will be stored in the form of potential energy. So for spring, you know that force is proportional to displacement. If I plot the graph, then force is proportional to displacement, so it is linear. So the energy stored in that spring due to deflection will be area under the curve. So the energy stored will be area under the curve half force into displacement. So this is the potential energy which is stored in the spring because of the displacement. So here I am going to determine the potential energy stored in the spring because of the displacement. So first consider displacement 1 because of load 1. So the potential energy will be 1/2 force. Force is P1 into displacement Y1. So this will be the energy stored under, means in this beam because of the displacement at point 1. But we have total 4 points. So plus 1/2 P2 Y2 plus 1/2 P3 Y3 plus 1/2 P4 Y4. So this is the total potential energy which is stored inside the beam because of the displacement. Now suppose because of this, if this system starts to vibrate, then the kinetic energy of this system will be given by, what is the formula of kinetic energy? This is formula of potential energy. Kinetic energy is equal to 1/2 mv square. See, whenever you are going to represent the force, that will be in Newton. If I want the mass, then I will have to divide that force by g. gravitational acceleration. Okay, so this mass will be force divided by gravitational acceleration. So if I want for mass 1, then it will be P1 by g. For mass 2, P2 by g. Now, what is the velocity? Here we don't know the velocity, but we can determine the velocity by using one formula. V is equal to R into omega. Omega is nothing but the natural frequency and R is nothing but the distance. Distance means displacement of that particular particle. So by using this formula, we can get the kinetic energy of the vibration. So we are going to write by using that formula. So it will be 1/2 mv square. So mass will be force divided by g. So this is m into velocity. Velocity is equal to r into omega. So omega will be omega n, and what will be the r? R will be the displacement. So y1. So 1/2 m into v square. समझा, simple formula. Actually it is 1/2 mv square. So I have modified as per the requirement. So this is for 1. If I write for 2, 1/2 P2g y2 omega n square plus 1/2 y3 P3 by g y3 omega n square plus 1/2 P4 by g y4 omega n square. Now I am going to modify the equation. So first I'll modify this equation. See here, 1/2 is common. So the remaining term is P1y1 plus P2y2 plus P3y3 plus P4y4. So it is summation of Py. P means force and y is the static displacement under that particular point load. So this is potential energy. Now kinetic energy, similarly we can modify. Here you can see 1/2 by g is common, and another one term omega n square. So I'll take it out, omega n square. So in bracket, what will get? P1 y1 square plus P2 y2 square plus P3 y3 square plus P4 y4 square. So the kinetic energy of the system will be 1/2 omega n square by g into summation Py square. I'll mark this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. So the potential energy stored in this beam will be this value and kinetic energy will be this value. But by energy theorem we know that the potential energy, maximum potential energy will be equal to maximum kinetic energy, and whatever the values we have taken here, they are for the maximum displacement. So when you consider the maximum displacement, then this will be the maximum potential energy and this will be the maximum kinetic energy. So by energy equation, maximum kinetic energy is equal to maximum potential energy. So maximum potential energy 1/2 summation Py is equal to maximum kinetic energy 1/2 omega n square by g summation Py square. This half will get cancel. So we'll rearrange the term to get the omega n. So I'll transfer G here. So G summation py divided by summation py square will be equal to omega n square. So omega n will be equal to root G summation py divided by summation py square. So this will be the natural frequency of this system. एवढं सोपं डेरिवेशन आहे. त्यावेळेला पण मॅक्सिमम पोटेन्शियल एनर्जी मॅक्सिमम कायनेटिक एनर्जी काढली होती. इथं पण काय शोधले, मॅक्सिमम पोटेन्शियल एनर्जी अँड मॅक्सिमम कायनेटिक एनर्जी, अँड बाय इक्वेटिंग यू विल गेट द नॅचरल फ्रिक्वेन्सी. ही मेथड कुठली आहे, रेलीज मेथड. पण गंमत काय आहे, फक्त शाफ्ट और बीम सब्जेक्टेड टू पॉइंट लोड असेल तरच हे काय करता येते, फॉर्म्युला यूज करता येते. सो दिस इज द लिमिटेशन ऑफ दिस फॉर्म्युला. ओके, दिस इज द रेलीज मेथड. पेपरला जर विचारलं डिराईव्ह द इक्वेशन फॉर रेलीज मेथड तर डिराईव्ह करायचं. ह्याचं न्यूमरिकल पण बघणार आहे आपण लगेच. ओके, सो राईट डाऊन.